In the village of Frostvale, Christmas was a time of joy and celebration. The cottages glowed with the warmth of crackling fires, wreaths hung on every door, and the townsfolk came together to spread holiday cheer. Yet, even on this most festive of nights, an old fear lingered. At the edge of the village, where the snow grew deep and the woods grew dark, the whispering pines loomed, a forest so old it seemed to whisper secrets to the wind. The villagers knew better than to venture near those twisted trees, especially on Christmas Eve, for it was said that once, many winters ago, something terrible had happened there. An outsider named Maribel had lived at the forest's edge, a healer and a midwife who was rumored to practice witchcraft. When a terrible plague swept through Frostvale, taking the lives of many, the villagers grew desperate and fearful. They blamed Maribel, accusing her of dark magic. They drove her into the woods on a bitter December night, her cries for mercy swallowed by the swirling snowstorm. Maribel was never seen again, but the forest had never been the same. The pines seemed to sigh and groan, and strange shadows danced where none should be. Some claimed the forest had claimed her, but others whispered a darker tale, that Maribel's spirit lingered, full of anger and sorrow. On every Christmas Eve since, an unsettling phenomenon occurred. As the village bells rang to mark midnight, a song would drift from deep within the forest. It was no joyful carol, but a haunting melody, sung by voices too sweet to be human. The song was both beautiful and tragic, like the call of something lost, something yearning. Those who heard it felt a strange pull, as if the woods themselves invited them in. Few dared speak of those who had gone missing over the years, villagers drawn by that ghostly song into the heart of the forest, never to return. The bravest souls who ventured into the whispering pines in search of the missing spoke of eerie things. Trees that seemed to whisper their names, shadows that watched and followed, and a presence, cold and unrelenting, that pressed upon their very souls. Tonight, the village is alive with celebration, but the whispering pines remain quiet and dark. The snow falls heavier now, muffling the world in a white, frozen shroud. Yet if you stand close enough, just at the edge of the forest, you might hear it. A faint, mournful note drifting on the wind, a carol not of joy, but of sorrow and revenge. It waits, just as it has every Christmas Eve, for the next soul curious enough, or foolish enough, to follow the music into the shadows. For the whispering pines, remember the injustice done to Maribel, and the forest never forgets.